All right. Oh, apparently Link's uncle with the fun message here.
Red mail is for cowards. We will see. Either one of these players decide to skip it, and 50 rupees. Boo!
Boo!
What a lame start.
That is a pretty lame start. However, that does give them enough money. They'll actually be, if they are able to find, 50 rupees more, they'll be able to go check out the bottle salesman in Kakariko quickly. So that's actually not too bad for them.
Getting like a 50 rupee drop, it's pretty likely that they will get the required amount of rupees. Thing to be looking for, though, in this beginning part of the game is going to be whether or not these players get a bomb drop from any of these enemies before they get to the 3 chests behind the bombable wall in the escape.
Right, because otherwise they're going to have to backtrack and everything. Ooh, half magic early. Ooh, that is nice.
Wow. That is nice. Getting that whole magic refill plus that, obviously the half magic reduction, as soon as they grab that, as soon as it just makes Fire Rod so much more powerful for these players.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, not only that, but also they'll be able to cape longer if they need to. They'll be able to Cane of Burno longer if they need to. Just any protection measures they might need, depending on how many hearts they get. How much love the seed is giving to them,
Exactly. Is actually deciding to not really farm very much for enemies here. We have seen Trisscorp killing some enemies, looking for that bomb drop.
Yeah, he's not killing too many. He's only killing a couple, though. But still, ooh, wow, that's a nice find early on.
Flippers is nice. That's going to allow them to check, Hobo and that Lake Hylia item pretty, without having to do the fake flippers minor glitch. I'm not sure if Trisscorp knows how to do that or not. I know Alucard does. He's been practicing it.
Right, but now Trisscorp won't have to worry about it, so he doesn't have to, that's actually a point in his favor, I would think.
Now, I'm thinking Alucard might be just hedging his bets here for the rats or the snakes or something, dropping him a bomb later on.
Snakes or the bats, whatever else. Yeah, that's true. Chad is hoping for the other footwear this early. And now we're going to go ahead and go into the further basement and go ahead and rescue Zelda and see what Zelda's chest is going to have. Some players like to use the pots to go ahead and fight the Chain Knight here. Some people just like to, whack at it with a sword as much as you can.
Yeah, I was actually a little impressed there with Trisscorp going for the 8/, although he did get knocked back by the a little bit there. Deciding to go back, get some health, grab the pots, and hit him with it.
Yep, so Alucard has maybe a 3 or 4 second advantage coming in, but otherwise this race is pretty even so far. And to be honest, this isn't really where the race is won or lost. This is just, getting some fine attunement of your mechanics in there, trying to make sure you execute as best as possible.
Especially so early on, there's really only one path that you're going to be able to take. There's not a whole lot of variance in how things are going to pan out for each player. Really the only variance you're going to see is one, like you said, in technical skill, and 2, how much each player decides they want to farm for a bomb drop. How much they're willing to gamble for that.
Right. And I see Alucard just going right down the stretch here. He's not fighting any of those guys right here.
Option. There are a lot of rats, a lot of snakes in the the second part of the escape. And if they've got a chance for a bomb drop, they're really quick. They only, the rats take only 1/, snakes 2 to kill. You'll get that bomb drop hopefully pretty quick.
And then once we get through escape, and then once we get through the escape and everything else, we'll actually be able to make this work pretty well and figure out what routes these runners are actually going to go ahead and take here. Ooh, Trisscorp finds a bomb.
Ooh, all right. So he is definitely going to be checking these things. You see Alucard here farming these snakes. Trisscorp did get it from a rat. So Alucard Hopefully he's going to be killing some of the rats in the next room. Unfortunately...
Yeah, he's not finding it yet.
Yeah,
oh, there we go.
So long.
There we go. He got one just now.
Behind Trisscorp there, taking quite a bit of time to farm those snakes up. And actually, getting that second bomb for both of them, too. That is really nice. So they have a couple of choices there. They can either use that bomb faster out of the through the top instead of having to backtrack all the way back down to the bottom of the room and then go walk back up again, or they can save it for Kakariko, which in any scenario I would really save it for Kakariko, because you might not get another bomb drop in. You don't want to bet on getting another bomb drop.
No, absolutely. You definitely want to save the Kakariko, because you don't want to either have to come back to escape or come back to Kakariko. You don't want to double back as much as possible. You want to make sure that you can just make one nice, route through everything. And it seems that both players in the escape chest have been able to get 50 more rupees, so they're pretty much guaranteed to be able to shop the bottles, unless they need to buy something. But I don't think they need to buy more bombs. They both have 2 right now, which enables them, Blind's Hut, as well as the other bomb wall, I believe.
Well, there are 3 in Kakariko. There's
3 in Kakariko.
House.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Blind's house, there's the well, and then there's the chicken house.
Oh, I was thinking of the chicken house. I forgot about the well. That's right.
Like, between those locations, there's 5, 10 items, 10 chances for another bomb drop for them to get to open up the chicken house. Or at least for more rupees to get to buy bombs if they need to. So at this point, they pretty much shouldn't be worried at all. You might see them pull this tree here and get some bomb drops.
Yep.
And
they're able to get arrows instead, it appears. Both players going to go ahead and check out if Aghanim is early required. He might be required anyway, but they can find out immediately right now, and it's just a bomb upgrade. So sadly, not too much extra.
Yeah, just a bomb capacity upgrade there. Aghanim could still be required.
Oh, absolutely.
If the way into Dark World is through Aghanim, and Mitz or Hammer are at either Catfish or on the Pyramid, then Aghanim would still be required.
Go ahead and go through the Lost Woods, find that the item that normally is the mushroom is only 20 rupees. Both players opting to go ahead and grab it right now. What do you think of that right now? I mean, early rupees is good, because I guess they're all trying to get to that magical 500 or 600 for it's 500 for Zora's domain and so forth, on top of the 100 they need for the bottle salesman.
Yeah, and then the potential for Big Bomb or Palace of Darkness as well.
That's true. You got to have 110 rupees for the monkey to open the door. That's right.
And an 8 bomb drop for Alucard. Although Trisscorp at this point, he also got a couple extra bombs, so he's not really. Your question though. As far as a 20 rupee drop, I would definitely this early on. I would definitely go a little bit out of my way to grab it. Later on, though, it's more doesn't really matter as much. But definitely early on, it's a good just a little bit of safety to get. For ease of mind.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and see what's in Blind's Hut here and see what we got here. Let's see here, some love, more rupees. Not much here. Wow. And both players are pretty much right on the tails of each other, finding a ton of rupees, finding a ton of pieces of heart. Wow. These players have the exact same routing here? This is actually phenomenal how close this is.
So far, the only difference here is that Trisscorp's got 8 fewer bombs and half a heart less than Alucard. Other than that, everything is exactly the same.
Yep, and they're both taking the exact same route. Going to go ahead and check out the well. Man, we're going to figure out everything at the same time. So here's the question I want to ask the... early bottle. Here's the question I want to ask the chat here. Where do you think those routes might differ?
They got a bottle and a book.
Oh, make that 2 bottles and a book. Oh my gosh. And a cape. Wow. So there you go. There's your access to Aghanim if they need it.
And what was in the... Oh, and silver arrows, too.
And silvers, yeah. They got a cape and a book, and I think it was, some rupees or a heart or something.
And the bottle...
Yeah, that's... The well is clearly the type cape.
A bottle. Did,
they were both green bottles, both of them.
So what's really nice about getting those bottles early is there have been some seeds a while back when I first started doing randomizers where I wouldn't get a bottle early and I would completely forget about Sick Kid, which in this case would have been an awful thing to do as they both grabbed the flute right here in Kakariko. Wow, what
early flute means they can actually travel everywhere they want over the light world, which gives them a lot of access.
Getting the flute this early is a phenomenal find.
So this is definitely going to change their routes, I would think, for where they expect to go now, because now they can pretty much travel wherever they want. Both players can now probably check out, even though they can't finish it, I think they could check out the Desert Palace at least a little bit and check out what that desert item is.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. Yeah, they can't finish it because they don't have...
they don't have a fire source. Yeah, they don't have a lamp or the fire rod. Yeah.
And potentially, you might need boots to complete it if, you know, the boss key is on top of the torch.
That's true. Let's see here. Alucard's going to go ahead and check out the library. Trisscorp's right behind him. And in the library, we have the hammer. Ooh,
wow.
All right. So boots are going to be required early.
Alucard, interestingly, deciding to gamble here, whatever it is that's going to be at the end of this, commit to it, whereas Trisscorp is just going to see that it's a blue rupee and peace on out. So he's actually
so this actually gives a little bit of advantage. Exactly. Trisscorp's going to go ahead and check out the floodgates here, and he's able to find just some bombs. Alucard goes ahead and picks up the rupees, just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm fine. I went through the race. I'm good. I'm a little pissed off, but you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and so, you know, Alucard just now trailing in Trisscorp's footsteps. Trisscorp having a little bit of trouble there grabbing the plunger, but manages to grab it. And nothing at the dam.
Yep. Trisscorp opting. Well, maybe he's not. Wait, no, he is. He is going to go ahead and pick up the
right through it.
I know. I think he was trying to dodge some arrows. I think I'm not quite sure about that.
I mean, was I seeing things? It looked like he literally walked right. He was standing within the hitbox of the heart piece.
Yeah, that was really weird. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but either way, Trisscorp, he's still in the lead. He might have lost maybe a second or so forth. Oh, he hit the flute. That's what happened. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So Trisscorp actually having a little bit of trouble with these mini Moldorms. Alucard trying to use some bombs here. Might actually end up making up a little bit of time.
Ooh, and we have an early hook shot and a lot of love and a lot of bombs. So the hook shot, once they get some access... Oh no, they've already got the flute. They actually have access to Harry's Tower right now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
No, they need either the mirror or the hammer, and they would be able to get into...
well, don't they have the flute, though? Don't they have the flute, though, I thought?
They do, so they can get on to Death Mountain and check all of those chests, but they can't actually get to the Tower of Hera unless... Because that places you at the bottom. Ooh, so we see Fire Rod actually at the Lake Hylia item. But they can't actually enter the Tower of Hera without the mirror or the hookshot and hammer.
Oh, they need hammer, that's right. You need hookshot and hammer, that's right. I forgot about that, that's right.
Yeah. So
and the Lake Island has Fire Rod. Ooh.
Interesting. That's interesting. So they're going to need, you know, access to the Dark World plus mirror in order to get that item. Hobo's got nothing but love. Thank you for coming and visiting me underneath my bridge.
Exactly.
Deal with Ice Cave there, so I can only assume Alu's gonna... He's probably gonna... Oh no, he's just gonna end up swimming down here, checking Hobo again, and then as well, probably heading straight to Death Mountain, just like Trisscorp is, grabbing the old man, and then
and
going
see what
over
the old man has. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and check out the mountain.
Mountain, where they can check all 8 chests. Alucard now does have that Fire Rod knowledge. And hopefully both of them are remembering, you know, they've got to remember 2 things now. They've got to come back to that Fire Rod as well as the hammer at the library.
And what does the old man have today as he dodges the rocks? Just a little love. Just a little old man love today. How fitting for a lazy Sunday, right?
Trisscorp getting some old man kisses before he heads out. All right, so we do see
Trisscorp
that Eastern
is going to go ahead and check out the rest of those caves and see what he can do here.
So we did see that Eastern is the green pendant, Tower of Hera is one of the other pendants, and Desert is one of the one of the crystals. I didn't actually see which crystal it was, so I don't know if it was 5 or 6.
Yeah, apparently, I'm looking at yeah, it was the green pendant and then the crystal. Yeah, I didn't see that either. That's right. Find out that the cave item up here is just a heart container. So not necessarily a need to go through that unless you're really desperate for the health, but neither of these players are that desperate right now. So
it's very healthy seed so far. There've been lots of heart pieces, lots of, you know, full heart containers available to them.
So he's going to go ahead and cross here, and he's going to go ahead and figure out everything else he needs to go ahead and get into these caves.
So the asterisk on the tracker means, excuse me, means that pendant dungeon, it's going to be the green pendant, or if it's a crystal dungeon, it's crystals 5 or 6. And the reason for that is that the 5th and 6th crystals, once you have both of those, unlock 2 chests with 2 potential items, and once you have the green pendant, that also unlocks 1 potential item. Necessarily. Well, I mean, all the crystals are required, but they're not the items that they unlock aren't necessarily required.
All right, we got Trisscorp over here. Going to go ahead and open up all of these chests over here. We got some bombs. We have bombos along with the bombs and another bottle. Ooh, plenty of bottles in this seed so far. Alucard's going to go ahead and find the same thing once he goes through all of these. Trisscorp trying for a bomb jump across, and ooh, so close, so close. Cracker Bean, the 2 chests unlocked by crystals 5 and 6. So when you have crystals 5 and 6, you're allowed to buy the gigantic bomb that is in basically the Dark World where Link's house is in the bomb shop there. So you can go ahead and buy that bomb, which will unlock the crack in the wall at the pyramid, which gets you 2 chests at the Fat Fairy. The green pendant will allow you to go talk to Shurazad, Sazrala, whatever, you know, whatever, you know, phrase you want to use for him. You can go talk to him and he will give you an item. In the vanilla version of the game, once you have that green pendant, you talk to him and that's how you get the boots. Over on Trisscorp's side, we've got a red rupee on the Lonely Island up top, so they're not going to worry about that. Trisscorp's going to go ahead and go through Spiral Cave here, and sadly he's going through without the boots, which is so slow, so slow. And Chad is going through with all of their special versions of Shurazad, all of his special names, Schadenfreude, Shamalama Ding Dong, yep, all the special names.
So Alucard does have that knowledge now of the red rupee up on top there on that floating island. He's going to head on down through Spiral Cave as well, which just nets 1 red rupee. Wait, now I'm wondering where he's going to decide to go. I'm thinking, my guess is he might go to Sahasrahla, the Sahasrahla chests, check those 3, possibly go into Eastern.
He might go into Eastern.
Like
he does have the silver arrows, which would be nice. And one thing that would be really trolly is if the bow happens to be in the Eastern Palace, because players aren't going to check that because that's just a pendant.
Yeah, I mean, there are 3 chests. It's a very relatively quick dungeon to check those chests in. There are 3 potential items in there in that direction. I'm assuming Alucard's going to be making the same decision. To
Alucard is going to desert.
Interesting.
And
so we haven't
finally,
seen these items yet.
Route differential. Finally, they're going different routes.
We're getting nothing but rupees at Sahasrarla.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing, because that was, what, 90 rupees? So that'll help him get towards Zora when he finally decides to go that way.
Yeah, it's really not bad. It's definitely not what he wanted to see, though.
And Trisscorp following right behind Alucard. Oh, almost. Almost had different routing.
And I mean, it is a little bit of a gamble coming in here right now. I mean, they are running out of options here.
Yeah, they might. I just thought they might have. Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, as of right now, they can't complete it. I mean, they would need, they potentially need the boots, but they definitely need the a fire source, which neither of them have.
Right. The other thing I'm thinking of right now is, I think the only thing they can actually really complete right now is they could go do Aghanim right now, because they do have the cape. I think the seed might be pointing them that way with this.
That's entirely a possibility. I mean, the only other things that they could do would be farm rupees for King Zora, or do everything they can in Eastern. That's really the only other.
Yeah, farm items in the Desert Palace, hoping for a lamp or a bow. Farm items in Eastern, hoping for a lamp or a bow. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Alucard opting to go ahead and check out the Agus Cave here. Agnes Cave.
Taking that exit from Desert that I don't think I've seen anybody take ever.
I know that. Exactly. I think this is like the only reason you would take it is because he knows he can't complete it, so he's not even going to continue. He doesn't even want the Desert Ledge item because it's only, what, 20 rupees? So, yeah. Oh, someone mentioning in chat, you also need the boots, because I think what's on top of... is there a key on top of the... lamp in the Desert Palace right here?
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. And so because of the items that they picked up, they got a key, and then it led to compass and map on the right side. So we know for a fact that big key is going to be on top of that lantern thing that they have to bonk off. So so boots are required.
Right, you gotta bonk it.
Complete desert now. So yeah, again,
boots are going to be needed to complete desert, and also fire source. Alucard's going to go ahead and check out Eastern.
Yeah, and I mean, so if Eastern nets nothing, he's got, like, as far as I can tell, he has two choices. He's either gonna, go like you mentioned, go kill Aghanim, check out the pyramid item, or farm for Zora.
Yeah, exactly. Those seem to be like the only options here. And let's see here, Alucard finding a bunch of rupees in Sahasrarla's palace. And let's see where he goes from here.
I mean, presumably into
Because I think he's going to have...
Or...
Yeah, presumably into Eastern just to find out that. But otherwise, he's got to find... They got to get, what, 250 rupees almost? That's just a time sink, to be honest.
Yeah, there is that farm cave just to the west, or east, excuse me, of Desert that has 50 rupees per farm round in it. So, only...
That's true.
Just way, especially since the tree pulls have been randomized to not be rupees every time. It's definitely going to be your fastest method for farming rupees. But both players sync.
Oh my gosh, sync.
Alucard gaining a little bit of time there with that hookshot usage. Only a matter of frames, though.
Whew, this is going to come down to, man, just what items they pull and where they decide to go after this.
This is crazy sync right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
And to think, the routing so far has not been that different at all. Trisscorp actually opting to go ahead and pick up 10 rupees.
And so Trisscorp with some better RNG there in the first heading in, getting better RNG from those cannonballs. However, getting stopped by the big one there, and losing some time.
Both players making good use of the hook shot here just to get across this real quick, picking up just a little bit of love. Players are commenting, they're wondering, hey, are these two actually the same exact race? Are we just actually seeing just a copy right here? Because it looks exactly the same.
Oh yeah, so with the if Eastern ends up failing, there's two items gonna be at Zora. There's that one that they can. I forgot they do have flippers, so they will be able to get whatever that item is.
Yeah, they will get both. The one that
already...
Zora has immediately, and then of course the one that you would have to swim down the waterfall just for a little bit here.
Yeah, and we're already 2 items down in Eastern, which means that they might potentially, you know, Armos might hold that final item because the next chest does contain the big key, and if the big chest contains, I think it's the compass that they haven't picked up in this dungeon yet, then, you know, Armos is going to have that final item. They're not going to be able to check it yet.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy seed for how much is actually required for things, because it seemed like they were getting a ton of items early, except they weren't actually getting anything that actually progresses anything. That was the main problem. Yep, there's the big key. There you go. They'll be able to check the big key chest, but it turns out that they're going to have to check the Armos Knights, which they need the bow for, which, of course, they don't have.
Yeah, Alucard with a nice boss key skip there, some nice speed strats. Gained him a little bit of time there on Trisscorp. Now they're pretty much screen for screen now. Okay, so they did collect all of the items in. Oh, Trisscorp's continuing on.
Yeah, Trisscorp's gonna go on. Ooh, what's he gonna find here?
He can't complete this. Oh, is he going to get some fairies?
He's going for the rupees.
Oh, interesting. You see, I didn't even know that this room existed.
That was actually quite a bit there. That was what, 918 times 5? That was 90 rupees right there. That gets him even closer to Zora right there. And right now, what is it? Trisscorp has a 110 rupee lead right now, as Alucard actually goes on to Aghanim.
And yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I'm wondering, okay, so Trisscorp actually hasn't checked the ice cave. I believe there were more rupees in here, I think. Either that or it was a heart piece. Either way, you know, we might see him. He's got the idea in his head that he might need to be farming for Zora, so we might see that happen from him right now as Alucard goes and bombosing his way to victory in Aghanim's Tower.
Absolutely. Bombo's so well used here, mainly because he's got half magic. He doesn't have to worry about it. He can just keep on using this as much as he wants. And then he's got these cavalry knights coming at him.
The only problem I have with Bombos, though, is that it's the longest animation by 2 times than the other medallions. It's an 8-second animation to kill the enemies. And then, in addition to that, you have to wait for the enemies to burn and die before any doors will open, too. So it's quite a bit of time.
Where's Trisscorp going? Did he not do any of this? No, he did. Where's he going?
I don't know.
He's getting the rupees. He's going back and getting the rupees. He's grinding for all these. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know those respawned there.
This is his choice for grinding the rupees, though. This is not a very efficient choice, I don't think.
Well, what was the other choice? Don't you need some sort of gloves or something for the other?
Oh, you do. Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, you need some gloves, I think. Yeah. So I think this is really his only choice, and he's gonna get what, 30 at a time here, which means he's got to take 2 more trips. It looks like, while Alucard is gonna go ahead and go through Aghanim's Tower here. So this is the gamble for whether they need the pyramid item or whether they need the Zora item. Now keep in mind, the Zora item is going to be 2 items. So in a weird way, Trisscorp has double the chances that Alucard has, I think.
I do have to commend Trisscorp here for this knowledge and quick thinking, because I would not have even thought to come back here. I would have just said, oh, I don't have the gloves. Okay, well, I have no efficient farming spot. I'm just going to go to Aghanim. But he knew about this. He's committing to it, and we're going to see if it pays off for him.
No, absolutely. Chad is basically... Yeah, Chad is going ahead and basically going, this is a kind of a gamble for Trisscorp to see if the item at Zora is actually worth it or not. Because Alucard going ahead and taking the smart strategy, just going to cape through all these enemies, not having to deal with these pits.
And I mean, you have to think like that these players had, and it's pretty hype that they're both choosing the other two, and it's looking like by the time Alucard finishes killing Aghanim, Trisscorp is going to be just about getting that that Zora item, so we might be seeing what if it pays off at the same time from these players. And again,
exactly,
he doesn't have the glove, so he has to warp to Zora.
Oh, he's gonna have to warp through Zora's domain, go ahead and take this, and be able to walk through everything, but that's still gonna work for him. He's still gonna be able to get through.
Yep. Oh man, this
now
is intense.
Oh man, Chad is wondering if Zora's gonna have life lessons or if the pyramid item's gonna be useless. Oh man, this is a pretty big gamble. Let's see what the Zora ledge item is, and it's just some love. That's all it is.
Me.
Oh man, this is gonna be nuts. Who made the right decision? Who made the right decision? This is... Oh man.
Trisscorp should be swimming here, though. Swimming is faster than walking.
Swimming is faster, yeah. If he had the boots, he'd be fine going around the top, but no, the swimming is faster. Alright, Alucard just beat Aghanim.
Oh my
and
gosh.
And Zora has... Oh, a bad deal.
Oh,
what a shame.
Man, that's brutal. That is a... Oh, that's crushing for Trisscorp.
Alright, the item on the pyramid is... Oh, Alucard gonna make us wait. He's gonna make us wait for it. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! He takes the gamble and it works! Aghanim required! Oh man.
Wow.
Oh
all
man,
right.
Alucard finds the Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
And now Alucard is free to check most of Dark World right now because he has the Moon Pearl. He can just go through.
He's got to be pretty happy right now, although I'm about this.
I'm wondering where he's going.
He's going to...
Yeah, he's going here where the hammer's going to be required. We got, let's see here, Skull Woods is a pendant, and the Palace of Darkness is Crystal 6.
And I believe it was Thieves Town was the other one. And you said Skull Woods was a pendant, I think it was?
Skull Woods is a pendant. Yeah, I didn't catch what the other 5 crystal was, and it looks like it's Thieves Town. But he's going into Palace of Darkness, number 1 without the hammer, which he knows where that is. The hammer is the library item, and number 2 without a lantern. So hopefully Alucard has his dark strats, his lightless straps here. Because I know I, for one, cannot do Palace of Darkness at all without the lamp. No, I'm not even going to touch it. Not going to touch it at all.
It's tough. The only way I can get through, I need to pull up a map of the room.
Pull up the map of the room and then use your sword and whatnot to go through.
Yeah, any way to, you know, the sword sparkles or like dash dust or something.
Right. Well, he's not going to have dash dust here. He's
those are just my sword.
Right, of course. Yeah, no, that's what you use, absolutely. Now, he is going to have hookshot here, which is, you know, that's going to help him at least a little bit getting through, at least the rooms maybe a little bit faster. It's also going to help with those blue bubbles and so forth. Trisscorp making his way through Aghanim here. He's opting to use the cape at least a little bit. Oh, and he finds the boots. Oh, man. Ooh, that is a good find for Alucard. That's going to open up a ton of stuff.
Get the hammer. Actually, he should just leave right now.
Yeah, because he's not going to be able to complete this. I mean, what is he item finding for? He's just going to find, you know, a couple keys, a couple items. He might find a good item here, but to be honest, he needs the hammer in order to do this dungeon. So likely he should go ahead and, let's see here, quit out of this, go get the hammer from the library, and then come right back here, I think.
No, I wouldn't even do that, because he still needs the bow to complete this dungeon, which he doesn't have.
Oh, that's right, I forgot you need the bow for this. That's right.
Isn't a bad idea. He's already in the dungeon. He might as well clear out at least this first part of the dungeon, grab all of these keys that he needs, and then leave. So that's not a bad decision on his part.
True. He'll go ahead and find this dungeon here, find this, and then basically when he comes back, he should be in go mode by that time, we think. At least that's the hope.
And it's looking like he's deciding not to save and quit. I'm not sure I entirely agree with this decision. A save and quit would put him back in the light world. He could save and quit to,
He could save.
I guess he's still he's pushing through the dungeon still.
Yeah, he's still going through. I believe he could go ahead and do save and quit, and then go right back to Aghanim to go back to Dark World, if he wanted to come back. So,
I mean, this isn't a bad choice.
What is Alucard doing? I think he's gonna check out the big chest.
He's getting the rest of the items. I mean, I'm not sure I entirely agree with that decision.
Right.
He's just hoping that he finds the bow here, I would assume. I mean, or anything else, to be honest. But there, you know, we just gotta wait and see what we're gonna find.
Absolutely. Trisscorp going ahead and pulling against the wall, trying to finish Aghanim as fast as possible. I think because he realized he might have made the wrong gamble here, so he knew it was either Zora or Aghanim, and he just guessed wrong on this one, which I don't fault him for at all, because Zora had 2 items and Aghanim only had 1, really. Because if you don't find the Moon Pearl on the pyramid, there's nowhere else to go, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the only options left to them.
Yeah, if you're only Bunny Link, then you can't really do this. And sadly, we will no longer have any bunnies on Easter Sunday, because Trisscorp has found the Moon Pearl.
Oh yeah, how fitting.
Yes, and we went ahead and double-checked 5 is the Thieves Town crystal, so crystal number 5 is Thieves Town. And then we've got Alucard going to go ahead and check basically Bash Cave here. And in Bonk Cave, we find the mushroom. Ooh, so he's got another fetch quest. And this one will actually be easy to do because he already has the flute.
Now, we do see Trisscorp actually going up to check Catfish.
Catfish? Ooh, when does Catfish have required items? Interesting.
He can't go down that way. He needs to...
Yeah, what's he doing?
To get past the rocks and the hammer peg that he... Oh, he has hook shot.
He's gonna hook shot across. Yep, he's gonna hook shot across.
Yeah,
yep,
that's what he's doing.
Yep, Alucard's gonna go ahead and pick up the hammer from the library, and now let's see where he goes now. He's gonna save and quit, and where is he going?
Oh no, he couldn't check Catfish. Yeah, because he does need the gloves to get across there, of course. Okay.
Oh right, duh. Thank you, Poker. And Martin, and a bunch of other people in chat. Thank you. Alucard's gonna go ahead and check out... Let's see here. Oh, what has he got? Well, now he's got... yeah, Alucard's got a hammer now, so he can go ahead and check out a bunch of stuff here.
Like the 6 chests here. Oh, no, he can't, because he can't get into the... Yeah, wait, what's he doing? Yeah, Hera, that's what he's doing. All right, so we've got Ether.
Trisscorp is able to see... Yep, Ether's in the Cape Cave. And Alucard's
gonna... What will be interesting... Yeah, what will be interesting here is if... Mirror... That would be something.
Yeah, the only trick is Hera is it is a pendant, but you know, it's just a pendant. It's not anything really here. So is he doing Tower of Hera just because he can, I guess? I mean, it's not even the green pendant. It's just a pendant.
He might be just risking for the bisque. Risk for the bisque. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. Another thing to think about also is both of these players have not found a better sword yet than the fighter's sword. They're both still dealing with a level 1 sword, so they can't go check the normal ether tablet yet. And again, no one has checked the pedestal documents yet to see what is actually behind the pedestal. We don't know. What items could it still be? Could still be like quite a few items, I would think.
Well, we know can't be Fire Rod because Skull is a pendant.
Well, the Fire Rod we saw on the lake item, I think. Oh, Alucard finds the Tempered Sword.
Awkward. All right.
Yep, and Trisscorp is able to go ahead and find the powder inside the open a chest game that's in the Dark World. So not too bad with that. So Alucard has the advantage with swords here. Both players still working with the green armor here, so green jerkin, so not too much with that. But Alucard's going to go ahead and finish off Moldorm here and see what he has. See how this gamble pays off for him.
Aha! The power glove.
Ooh, that is nice.
That is a very, very nice find. This has been 40 minutes without a glove. It's actually quite a long time to go without a glove, and unfortunately Alucard did get knocked off there by Moldorm.
Yeah. Yeah, not too good there.
Oh no, got knocked again.
Again? Oh my gosh. Oh. For all of this, for a non-required dungeon? Ooh, that's gotta sting. That has gotta sting. Alright, let's see if he can fish off Moldorm. Oh, he's pushing him off. Nope, nope. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. He got it. There we go. And Moldorm hides a key. Alright, Trisscorp is going to go ahead and go through the Thieves' Town here. It's one of those things where you hate to see this, going through Thieves' Town without the boots. It's just, because it's so much faster with the boots. There's so many straightaways, so many things you can do here. And now Alucard, because of that Tempered Sword, he's going to be able to check the Ether Tablet. And on the Ether Tablet, he gets the Bug-Catching Net. That's going to be useful for later on there. Just as a, just a preventive measure, just to be able to, if he wants to store some fairies or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be a nice safety measure here, and Alucard don't go in here. You don't have the gloves, my friend. You can't check this item.
Oh, he just realized it, and now he's got to save and quit. Yep. Ouch. Trisscorp taking the very slow walk down Thieves Alley here. And inside the Thieves' chest, he finds just a piece of heart.
All right, interested to see. Now, we should see Alucard head to...
Yep, he's heading to the Witch to drop off that mushroom to see what he can get for it. All right, was the fetch quest worthwhile? Was he able to get something good for his mushroom? And he gets... Ooh, Brian's cane. That's interesting. That's an interesting hit. So now he's got... Oh, he's pissed off about that too, of course. Because he keeps finding items which are useful, but not really, helping him out that much. All right.
So it looks like he's probably gonna. I assume he's not going back to pod. He's gonna go down across the bridge and check Hype Cave, and possibly. That's really all that he can check actually, because he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many. Yeah, he doesn't have the mirror.
Yeah, so then he can go back around, check the Dark Flute Boy, and then Digging Game.
Yeah.
But then that's about all that he can do down here. As Trisscorp is continuing to make his way to kill Blind now. Unfortunately, unable to
going
check
through
that.
Hype Cave. I know, he's unable to check the big chest.
But I wasn't paying attention.
Oh wow, there's the Hype Cave for you. There we go. We've got a mirror, we've got a shovel, we've got, oh man, lots of good stuff here.
It to Fire Rod, probably, or not. Yeah, I guess he's going... Yeah, he's gonna go check he's gonna go check Digging Game and then the Dark Flute Boy.
Right.
He personally would have gone to get Fire Rod, save and quit.
Get Fire Rod as soon as possible, yeah. Because Fire Rod's going to be really useful for just a number of things. Meanwhile, Trisscorp's fighting Blind here.
The Dark Flute Boy.
He is. Huh, interesting. Because he could check the flute, and he could also get the item from there pretty quickly. Alucard's going to go ahead and do the shovel game, just to see what we get here. And he's just going to go around, up and down, everywhere else.
His plan might be actually to go back on his way to Fire Rod, check the Dark Flute Boy. That might be Alucard's plan.
Alucard finds a lamp.
Trisscorp taking.
Because Alucard finds a lamp, he's now actually able to complete Desert Palace. He'll be able to actually have a lamp through the Palace of Darkness. That'll help him out a little bit, so he doesn't have to, you know, worry so much about the darkness here. But dang, poof. Trisscorp realizing a lot of things. He doesn't have the Titan's Mitt. He can't carry a bunch of stuff.
Ooh. Yeah, but Trisscorp now gonna get the lamp as well here.
I missed what was in that cave, but apparently it was not anything important because Alucard just goes in and out without picking it up.
It was a piece
so
of
nothing too crazy. Piece of heart? Okay, yeah. So not too bad. He's going to go ahead and figure out the, he's going to go ahead and visit the kid here, and then he's probably going to, yep, just finding more arrows. He's going to go ahead and use the mirror and go ahead and dig for something. And he gets a heart container. Wow, this is a nice healthy seed here. Oof.
Shoutouts to
a little
second
ridiculous,
try,
to be honest. Exactly.
Alright, so now, we should be seeing Alucard go straight to get that Fire Rod, and then I don't know what his plan is going to be. I would assume probably heading into Dark World Kakariko. The Thieves Town,
yeah,
Thieves Town.
Yeah, you can do Thieves Town. If he wants to, I think once he picks up the Fire Rod, he has a good chance. He could also do Ice Palace, but I don't know if he wants to do it that early. He does have the Tempered Sword, though.
I mean, yeah, he's got everything he needs to complete it. Actually, that would be a pretty... Because he's already going to be in that area. Running over here to check the Bombos tablet, too.
Yeah, if he's already over at the lake, that's not a bad idea. Actually, Alucard's over here.
He can't do Ice.
Do Desert Palace. Oh, duh, he needs the Titan's Mitt. He needs Titan's Mitt. Duh. Single arrow hype. Oh, yeah. Single arrow hype.
Got him.
Redneck, the boots were found in the Palace of Darkness inside one of the random chests. Oh, we're gonna opt for Swamp Palace.
Huh, okay.
It's right here. That's not a bad idea. That's not bad.
That's good. I mean,
it's a crystal. Might as well go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's a crystal, and it's a lot of items. So
yeah, there's a lot of items in there. He's gonna have to full clear it all though, because you know these players are nowhere near go mode yet. Just kind of an interesting thing right now. Trisscorp has the mitts and the powder, but he's missing the hammer. Alucard is missing and Trisscorp's also missing the boots. So Alucard's actually getting a little bit of a time advantage here, being able to just dash through everything.
Well, just think about this though: is that Alucard's had the boots for a good almost like 10, maybe almost 15, maybe not 15, but he's had the boots for a long time, and that entire time he's been able to dash around. His movement so much more efficient.
Yeah, it's so much faster just being able to go through things. Absolutely.
Yeah, like over 2 times more efficient. As you know, the average walking is 1.5, whereas with dashing it's 4. So he's able to just be so much faster. Every second that Trisscorp is going without the boots is just more time that even, if he's playing well, Alucard is still able to make up on him.
Absolutely. And here's a really interesting thing. All of that was because of the gamble to do Eastern Palace only as a regular pendant dungeon. And he couldn't even finish the dungeon at all either. So it's really a weird gamble by Alucard at that point. We'll have to ask him about that. The boots were found in the Palace of Darkness in a random chest, Kudash. Alright, Alucard going ahead and progressing through the Swamp Palace here. Trisscorp's going to go ahead and make his way through. Well, he can't go up, because obviously he doesn't have the hammer yet. And he doesn't have the hammer because he doesn't have boots, so he's going to go ahead and try and figure out where he can go here. He's going to go ahead and pick up the Fire Rod here, because he's got the mirror and everything else. He'll be able to go ahead and do this. Trisscorp now has Fire Rod, which means he could reasonably do Skull Woods. Uh-oh, what do we got? He's trying to switch over to his flute here.
Does he need to though? I wonder what is Alucard? No, he didn't get this. Oh, he didn't get this key. Okay, interesting. But he doesn't need to do Skull Woods.
Backtrack a bit. That's true. I mean, Skull Woods, it's a pendant. He doesn't. Oh. So where is he going? I guess Trisscorp's going to go ahead and try Hera now. Because he's got the mirror, so he can go do that. That's true.
And he's going to find Tempered in there.
Yeah, that'll be nice. He'll find the Tempered Sword. That'll help him out. He'll be able to check the Ether Medallion. That'll give him... Gosh, I forget what was there. I think it was a bug net? No, something different. But at least with... well, here's the thing. Triss can now finish Hera, but the thing is... Having finished Hera, that's going to give him another pendant. So if you look at what's happening here, these players are doing a ton of different pendants, but nothing else extra, really. Another thing the chat's pointing out here is Triss, because he has the gloves, he's actually going to go ahead and be able to check Spike Cave when he eventually gets there. So that's actually going to be a good bonus for him.
That's true. He can check that. He can also check the basement item in Hera, because he does have a fire source. When Alucard came here, Alucard did not have a fire source.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But back to Alucard's stream here, he's just plugging right along in Swamp Palace, finding nothing, but he found the red boomerang.
Oh, the red boomerang, everyone's favorite. All hail. Is just, taking everyone crazy.
Let's see what we got here. Another red rupee there for Alucard. As he makes his way, making his way down into the basement of Swamp. Surprised here when he finds Tempered Sword in just a second. Oh, he's not gonna bomb. I guess he might not know the bomb jump.
But he has hook shot. He's got hook shot.
Yeah, so what's he doing then? Shot across.
Guess he just doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Good find for Alucard here. Alucard finds the bow. Ooh, that is nice.
I'm sure he's happy about that. He can go back and finish Pod now.
Exactly. That's going to be nice. And that's going to be one of the crystals for him, which is nice. He'll be able to finish Pod. So yeah, that'll be good. So he'll be able to finish Pod, and then right after that, he should be able to, mirror out, and then mirror while he's right there, and do Eastern Palace, and that'll give him crystals 5 and 6 right there, I think. Oh no, that gives him a green pendant. Never mind.
Yeah, Eastern. Yeah, so he doesn't need to be doing that right now.
No, not at all. Never mind. Ugh. But who knows? Sherazade might be required, green pendant required, so who knows? I mean, we don't even know where anything is yet. Like, these items are all over the place here.
Yeah, so we are going to see what is in the basement of Hera. Ooh, the Ice Rod. Wow. All right.
That is a nice pickup. So now Alucard has the Ice Rod. He knows where the Fire Rod is. So, all he needs now is that one cane, and he can go with the cane of Samaria here, and we can go ahead and figure out if they can do Turtle Rock yet.
Alucard had no grabbing the... Oh no, Trisscorp got stuck in the corner of the blocks. Oh no. It is possible to get stuck there. If you get stuck right in the middle of those blocks, you cannot get out. I think if you do have the Cane of Samaria, you might be able to lay a block and then Crystal Switch and then get out, but he doesn't have that. So now he's got to wait all over again.
Oh, he's got to do the entire tile room over. Oh my gosh, that is a horrible time waste. Oh, meanwhile, Alucard goes ahead and picks up the fire rod here. So he's got double rods now.
Yeah, and he's just going to swim right on over and go into pod, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so.
I might have chosen to go into ice.
Oh, thank you, Elena. It wouldn't be a randomizer race without Elena, would it? Not at all.
Two through the tile room. Trisscorp has made it.
Oh my gosh. So let's see what item we have here.
Was it worth it? No, it was not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Piece of heart for his troubles. So now with the bow, Alucard can check the eastern side of Palace of Darkness here. Trisscorp going up to check the Ether Tablet, where he's going to find absolutely nothing.
Yep. But Alucard's now going to be able to figure out, and he's going to be able to go ahead and finish the Palace of Darkness, so that'll be a good thing for him as well.
Oh, that's right. It was the net.
Right, yeah, it was the net. It was the nice defensive feature, but, otherwise not really needed.
Oh, yeah, I made the same mistake again. He can't do ice because he doesn't have mitts. Yep. I promise I know what I'm talking about.
You know what's actually really crazy? It's surprising how long the seed has gone without... Alucard doesn't have any Power Glove or any mitts whatsoever, and Trisscorp only has the Power Glove. Usually in these races, the Titan's mitt is like one of the first 6 items gotten. This is a really weird seed here.
Rare, not very likely at all. Approaching the hour mark without any kind of lift.
Ooh, Alucard's got a nice bonk strat there. Wow, that was nice.
Cool. I've never seen that strat before. All right.
I haven't seen that before either. That was nice. Wow, beautiful strat there. Chat is calling for the mitts to be in Eastern, for the mitts to be on the Master Sword pedestal. Oh, we're hoping for all the trolliness here, I'm guessing. And Trisscorp unable to check King's Tomb because guess what? He still does not have the boots. Still does not have a hammer. Still does not have many of the things that are normally found so early in these randomizer seeds.
Well, he knows where the hammer is, but he can't get it because he still hasn't been to Pod. So, because that's where the boots were. So that's actually, yeah, now that I think about it, Pod is required to go in twice because you have to go in to grab the boots and then leave and come back for the hammer. So he's gonna have to...
This is an evil seed here, like making that required. Like you have to make an early juncture to Pod, then leave, then come back, because you'd just think of another dungeon to go to.
Now that I'm thinking about it and seeing how long Trisscorp has been going without this, like it is a huge payoff for Alucard to go into Pod early.
I know it's such a weird gamble too. When you think about it, to go into Pod without, you don't have you know where the hammer is, but you don't have it yet. You know a lot of stuff. Trisscorp is opting to go ahead and go into Skull Woods.
I mean, he like it, and we might actually see him check the Master Sword pedestal once he gets up to that area. He'll possibly mirror back, and with the bumper and the beetles getting bonked around every which way.
Exactly. Those don't count towards your bonk count, do they? Getting bonked by these beetles here. All right. Luckily, Trisscorp has the fire rod, so he's able to take down these Gibdos with not too much trouble. Chat is suggesting that the mitts could be at the pedestal, the cane could be at the pedestal. Oof. This is going to be tricky.
I mean, yeah, those are entirely possible.
I know, that's crazy. Well, which are the pendant required? We got Eastern Palace as a pendant, Tower of Hera as a pendant, and then we've got Skull Woods as a pendant. So
we have the required items for all of those dungeons, so pretty much any item could be at pedestal right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to think that Trisscorp is going to go ahead and he's going to mirror before finishing the Skullwoods dungeon to see what it is instead of doing it afterwards. Do you think that's the right play, or is he going to wait until afterwards?
I mean, I don't know. I would consider.
The only reason I'm asking is because Skullwoods is a pendant. It's not an actual thing. Alucard taking out Helmosaur here. Not too bad. Very quick on that one. Very nice job there.
Even complete the dungeon. I mean, to be honest. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, there's so many Elenas in chat. Oh my gosh, jeez. How long does this keep happening here?
So yeah, so we just like I believe you called it earlier. Even though it's a pendant dungeon, Alucard, as soon as finishing pod, mirroring and heading right on into Eastern, gonna be checking these items in here.
Yeah, I think one reason
is he's gonna finish the dungeon.
Yeah, I think he's going to finish the dungeon only because Eastern Palace is the green pendant, which means that's an extra item from Sherazade here. So because of that, he's going to go ahead and basically it's another item to check because they're still looking for a ton of items here.
So Alucard, this is so his MO right now. Like, but we're about to find out what's at the pedestal. Just
here it comes.
Cash.
Oh. No, why Couch Cash? Why?
Rip.
Why?
Rip.
I had so much hope for this seed. But
yeah, this is totally Alucard, though. It's definitely something that he would do. I guess it's in the back of his mind. He's still thinking that he needs to be doing Zora, so he just grabbed some money there.
Oh, has Alucard checked Zora yet?
No, but I mean,
I think that's why he was getting the money, just because.
Yeah, we know there's nothing there.
Right. Kind of feel sorry for Triss right now. His gambles have not been paying off here, which is it's a shame. Actually, it's more so that Alucard's have been paying off, really.
Yeah, that's really that's the thing. And yeah, deciding not to do that dungeon, chasing down that fairy, it totally trolling him, but he does manage to grab it. And so we are going to see here. We know that it's going to be a compass or a map, I can't remember, from Armos here, but again, Alucard wants that green pendant to grab Sahasrarla's item and live the dream.
Exactly. Alucard gets the green pendant, gets... Oh, the Armos Knights had a map. What fun. And again, I keep forgetting Trisscorp is having to walk everywhere, being unable to dash because of the early boots. Trisscorp is now fed up with himself trying to find out where the heck these boots are. While he gets bullied around by a bunch of guys here. Ugh, yuck.
Again, but you gotta remember though, he's got a leg up on Alucard in that he has a lift upgrade. Although, that's arguably not... Oh, the
gosh!
Oh, wow!
Oh my god! Sahasrarla had the cane! Oh my gosh!
Alucard is not so thrilled right now. My goodness.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I've never seen Sahasrarla required. We've seen the pedestal required. I've never seen Sahasrarla required. Oh my gosh. Tell me someone clips that. Please someone clip that. Thank you.
All right, so Alucard looking to be in very, very good position here. He's really hurting for a glove upgrade. However, other than that, we don't know what medallions he needs. He's got Bombos. Ether is going to be at Bumper Cave, which he can do as soon as he gets mitts. Go do Catfish and Zora yet, which he totally could, and in my opinion should have, and then come back to do this northern stuff. But I mean, you know.
Right. Huh. Interesting. Alucard's gonna go ahead and check looks like he's gonna check King's Tomb real quick and see what's inside here. He's looking for what? Medallions? He's looking for Titan's Mitt.
That's it.
Honestly, anything at this point. Oh my gosh! Oh, got it! Titan's Mitts. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Oh my god, that's right. He can't go over to Catfish because he didn't have a glove upgrade. I again forgot. I swear I know what I'm talking about. Like about maybe like half the time.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible. Okay,
Alucard is
he might. It's possible that he's in go mode right now. It's entirely possible that both Turtle Rock and Meyer require Bombos to open. But he doesn't know that.
That's true. Yeah. And to be honest, we don't know it either because we haven't actually seen anyone. We haven't seen it yet. So,
going on his route here, he's going to keep going left. He's going to find Ether. He's going to grab it. He'll have 2 out of 3 medallions. A pretty statistically good chance of being in go mode at that point.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Because he's pretty close to it right now.
I mean, yeah, he potentially could be in go mode right now, but just, you know, with each medallion that he gets, it gets closer and closer to assured go mode. Right now, it's just a hope.
Oh, and Alucard, he's going to go ahead and check out the Bumper Cave because that's right. I forgot that Ether was there. Completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is he's going to grab Ether here, and then, you know, he's basically. You know, if I were him, I would immediately go to Meyer to see what and if it's, you know, if I can complete it, I would do that, just so I can see if it's something that
Alucard almost bounced off. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Go ahead and go to Meyer now. Go ahead and finish that, because at that point, you want to make sure that if Meyer isn't the second you find out about the medallions that you need, then you know if you're in go mode or not, which instantly means you do not have to check out more chests. You can just go through, finish the dungeon, don't have to worry about anything. And that helps you going through a lot of these dungeons.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to speed them all up a ton. So it's looking like Trisscorp actually now finally making his way to Pod, and I'm sure he'll be kicking himself with his new red flashy kicks as soon as he finds those boots in there.
His nice new red shoes, absolutely. I believe they're Pegasus brand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Alucard opting to check out Thieves Town. He's going to go ahead and check out Blind and see what he's carrying.
And so Alucard will be able to check that, though he might be deciding to just... Although if I were him, I would continue, even though he is practically in go mode at this point. There are the power gloves he found, so...
Yep. Oh, backwards.
Him, I wouldn't risk skipping the chests, because, well, for one, obviously, he still needs the big key in this dungeon. But even once he finds it, I would assume he's going to continue searching for items just in case he does find Quake, just in case he needs it. Because, I mean, obviously, he doesn't know where his opponent is, but, you know, he's got a pretty sizable lead over him right now.
Yes, absolutely. That's true.
It is Alucard's race to lose at this point, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It just depends on if there's a huge troll, and to be honest, we don't know where Quake is, and Quake might be in like this one horrible spot that, you know, is like the last thing you check, or, you know, might be a missed chest somewhere or whatnot, but we don't know if Quake is required or not. But right now, Alucard is in almost go mode. He's really close.
Oh, an unfortunate RNG there for Alucard. In the Hellway there. Got the good pixel. but
yeah, rough going through that hallway right there. Alright, Trisscorp finally has the boots, which means he can now stop kicking himself and he can go ahead and get the hammer for where he needs to get from the library. And then from there, he can go roughly anywhere he needs to go.
Yeah, he just beelined it right to the hammer.
Yep, absolutely. Alucard able to finish Thieves Town much quicker because he had the boots. He has the boots while going through it. He's able to go straight through the corridors and everything else without having to, just, slow walk through it. For everyone in chat, yes, repeated is also an option. It could be that both Turtle Rock and Misery Mire require both Bombos, both Ether, both Quake, whatever. Oh, find out that Trisscorp is not missing anything from Thieves Town because not having the hammer. It's just the compass that's inside there, so nothing too crazy with that.
And Trisscorp getting the mushroom now, which that wasn't anything of interest, was it?
I'm trying to remember.
Mushroom was Ice Rod, right?
No, I don't think Mushroom was Ice Rod. Crap, what was Ice Rod? I'm trying to remember. I didn't write that down. Shoot. I usually write some of this stuff up. Yeah, it was Cane of Brian. It was the other blue item. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, chat.
What would we do without you guys? Oh, that's right. Ice Rod was from Argus. Yeah.
Yep. I don't see you having a bright future. Of course not. Oh, the puns.
Alright, so Alucard trying to take down Blind here. Unfortunately, the beginning of the fight did not quite go as intended. He got hit by Blind, so the fight went out the window as soon as that happened. But he still managed to clean it up. Switched to Cape just for a little bit of safety there. And collecting his next crystal. Alucard now with 3 crystals.
Yep. Went ahead and collected the other crystal. Now, if we think about what we have here, Alucard has completed Thieves Town. He's also completed the Palace of Darkness. He has crystals 5 and 6.
Alucard checking chess game. He's going to grab the, powder from here.
Yep, he's going to go ahead and be able to get the powder from this, so... So, because Alucard has... Let's see, he's got Titan's Mitt, he's got the powder, he can go ahead and do Blacksmith, and he could do Hammer Cave, and he could go ahead and do the Bat Cave. He has a lot of options real close to where he is right now.
He does, he has a lot of options, but again, this is just my playstyle. If I know that I can do a dungeon, I will do it. And especially in this case
absolutely,
where he could be in go mode, having that knowledge is incredibly crucial. So going to Mire to check and, possibly complete, if he could, that dungeon. And then, because he still needs to do Desert as well. So going to Mire and, even if Mire is...
Mire and Desert, that's right.
Is locked. If it's locked, if it's Quake, he could still do Desert there because he's still going to be in that area. So it's making me cringe a little bit, but that's just my own playstyle. Everyone's got their own playstyles, which is totally fine. Doing a lot of overworld cleanup, is always, it's never a bad decision.
No, absolutely. No, I completely understand that. It's one of those things where, do you want to take the risk or not of... See, I think the main thing he's worried about is going all the way to Turtle Rock, doing all of that thing, and then finding Quake. And basically that's some lost time having to go through and do everything to get to Turtle Rock.
Right.
Breadsmiths have 50 rupees. Another interesting thing from chat here. We don't have any shields, any mails. We haven't found any of defensive items like that yet.
I mean, you know, half magic and cape or cane of Brian's pretty much
absolutely.
all the defense they need, to be honest.
True. I mean, these runners are really good. They're going through, you know, they're going through pretty well, not taking too much damage going through stuff. And even when they do take the damage, they have a cape or they have a fairy or, you know, they got the powder to do whatever they need with it. So they're, you know, not, you know, they're both excellent runners. I think Alucard might go ahead and check out the chest here, and that might take him to Misery Mire and the cave. Sorry, Misery Mire and the Desert Palace.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell, but this is a speed game. We're trying to speed run here. Oh, Alucard, the chest inside has the Bloomerang.
Yep, and here he goes to Meyer, so there are 3 other chests that he can check here, in addition to checking what's required for Meyer.
So here we go. What's the medallion required?
It is Bombos.
It's gonna be Bombos. All right. He's gonna go straight to it. There we go. He's not even gonna bother checking the cave. He's just gonna go straight to it. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Trisscorp is gonna go.
Sorry, I was just going to answer a question from chat. They have checked the Bombos tablet. Nothing of importance. Life lessons.
Yep, exactly. Trisscorp's going to be able to go through Swamp Cave pretty quick because he's got the early hook shot, so he's able to use that to effectiveness to go from side to side here. He's going to go ahead and try and finish Swamp Cave as much as he can here. Swamp Dungeon. And on Alucard's side, we have Wizrobes. I know when going through...
He's
I just realized he's down to 2 hearts. I didn't see that. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Swamp isn't necessarily, you know, a dungeon you consider dangerous, but... Oh, it looks like...
Ooh.
Was he going to take an intense...
That's right. He's...
I couldn't quite tell what he got. It looks like he just walked into that jelly on purpose. I couldn't... Wanted to get the most out of his blue potion or something. Make sure he was closest to death before using it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good investment there, because you don't want a potion that only heals you, you know, 12 hearts. You want it to heal at least 13, right?
Wow, getting the big key and the keys that he needs to complete Maya right off the bat, so Alucard is just going to go ahead and finish. I think at this point, because of that, he might just decide to just go straight to... straight through this and finish it.
Exactly.
Yeah, just assume he's in go mode, which is not that bad of a decision. It's pretty risky though, especially if Quake is going to be in any one of these dungeons that he's already completed.
Yeah, but honestly, he's roughly right now he has a 2/3 chance of being in go mode. Yeah, and he'll know as soon as he looks at it.
It looks good for him. I mean, it's looking good, so... And plus, you know, it's not a bad decision to not full clear Mire, as it is a pretty large dungeon, and is quite time consuming to check every chest inside.
Yeah, Mire's kind of got this maze quality to it where you got to double back, you got to check a lot of stuff, you got to go through everything as you go through. And no, it's incredibly annoying that you have to actually go through and actually full clear Mire as well as any of the other dungeons. The one thing I'm wondering though is the one thing that could only possibly troll him now horribly would be if Quake was required and it was just in one of those random dungeons, you know, that he's going through in good mode and go mode and so forth.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. It's like that would be awful for him.
Quick kill on Alucard's side of Vitreous there, very nice.
Yep, nice. So we should see him go check those other chests outside of Meyer, head right on into Desert, gonna grab his 5th crystal, and then just from there, he's just gonna have Ice Palace and Turtle Rock.
Wait, where's Alucard going?
He's gonna go check the mirror location first.
He's gonna go check the caves first. Oh yeah, and then he's gonna go ahead and basically just go right through to Desert Palace. He's gonna skip everything and not. He's obviously already checked the other things. He doesn't have to actually check the first half because he's already done that.
Back though, he didn't have the boots when he went in, so he has to go back, get the big key, and then go. Then he can go into the second part of Desert. So he does have to go into the first.
Okay, that's right. He didn't. That's right. He couldn't collect the big key last time. That's right.
We're heading back into Pod now that he has picked up Hammer.
Yeah, whew. It's a rough break for Trisscorp right here. A very rough break.
But someone's asking for us to identify ourselves. This voice you are hearing right now is the voice of Wild Anaconda 69.
And this is the voice of Professor Chuckles. Welcome! How's everyone doing today?
So we're seeing Trisscorp doing his key collection here in the first part of Pod. And Alucard rushing back to go grab, and he knows exactly where the big key is. There's only one other location for him to be checking right now. It's going to be that bonk lamp thing, and there it is. So he's going to grab that big key and just go straight into second part, rush through this dungeon. Oh, he is going to check the big chest here. It is bombs. So no.
Just bombs. Oh well.
Schrodinger mode. I like that. From Martin in the chat, Schrodinger mode. He is both in go mode and not in go mode simultaneously. I like that.
Oh, I love that. That's great. Well, what's even funnier about that is it's Schrodinger mode, which also makes, that's one of the names for Sazrala. Being that Sazrala had the Cane of Samaria, it only makes it more fitting.
Actually, it looks like Pasagi called it Schrodinger mode before. I don't want to miscredit whoever started this.
Uh-oh.
Schrodinger mode.
Schrodinger mode.
Whew.
Whew. That was a nice Moldorm fight right there. That was... Oh, not Moldorm. Lemolas. Nice Lemolas fight right there. That was very good. And we got the mirror shield as well. I missed that. Whew.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
Hi, Gorilla Bob. Finally something defensive. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, right? We finally got that. Alucard's going to go ahead and opt to pick up a couple potions here. He's got the money for it. That's a definite thing.
All right, so we should see him go, I would say ice now. Yep, looks like it. Just gonna fly right on through this dungeon. This is another dungeon where it's really time consuming to go collect every single chest. So I'm guessing his gambles, Alucard's gambles have paid off tremendously for him in this seed already. And so I think he's just gonna ask just one last gamble, and he's just gonna assume that he's in go mode here.
Oh, absolutely. Alucard's been basically running through these. Yeah, he's not gonna opt to check any of the chests here unless he, like if they're right there, he's going to, just because. But no, he's just in go mode right now. He's not actually in go mode. We don't know yet. He's in Schrodinger mode, of course.
Yeah. I think we're offending all of the Germans in chat.
Uh-oh.
Apparently
Hard
our
to pronounce.
pronunciation of Schrodinger is incorrect. I don't know how to pronounce the O with the umlaut over it, so... Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I've only ever heard Schrodinger, so I guess I don't know. That's kind of bad for me. I should be able to pronounce that correctly. I know I should. Ugh. Whew, Alucard with the quick bombs on the Stalfos there. Gotta love that strat. Gotta love that strat where you use the bomb and the pot in order to basically do a quick kill on both of them at once. Alucard, I think, is gonna go ahead and opt to try the bomb jump here.
Well, what's interesting about that Stalfos strat is and it occurs in a couple of other places too. I don't really understand how it works, but in certain situations, the bomb explosion hitbox is bigger than normal. I don't really understand like why exactly. That's how both of those Stalfos can get hit. Happens during that strat. It expands the bomb hitbox and hits both of them.
Exactly. Alucard with a nice bomb jump gets on the first try. Whew. What a pro. What a pro.
Schrodinger?
Still trying to figure this out, huh?
I don't know. But Trisscorp, there he goes, grabs his third crystal as Alucard is about to fight Cold Stare and get his 6th crystal.
Yeah, so right now it's looking like it's going to be 3-6 right now, and that's a hefty crystal advantage right there. That's a hefty crystal advantage. That's a lot of time to make up. This really is Alucard's to lose right here. Alucard opting for Bombos as opposed to the multiple Fire Rod hits here.
Yeah.
Not a bad strategy. It takes some time, but otherwise it's not that bad.
It's from the perspective of someone who's learned the fast strats to kill this boss in a speed run, it's definitely an inefficient way to fight him with the boss. But when you've got half magic and Fire Rod,
right,
it definitely would have been a lot better to switch to the Fire Rod and keep him locked in the corner. It's definitely, if you don't know that strat to keep Cold Stare locked in the top right corner there, it's definitely worth your time to learn it.
Right, absolutely. I gotta give a shout out to Rhythm Song right now. His chat post is perfect right now. I hope that Alucard is still item counting in case he gets trolled by Quake.
Yeah, that would be, interestingly, Trisscorp now actually going for Big Bomb. As Alucard is heading straight to T-Rock. So in just a minute here, we're going to find out, is Alucard's heart going to be broken?
Ooh.
To have broken, so he's pretty safe there. It's a healthy seed. But,
exactly.
We're going to find out,
now,
though.
Honestly, yeah, I think as commentators, we absolutely want to see Quake required. However, that's got to be the most horrible piece of, evidence that can happen for Alucard right here.
As commentators, I agree, yes, and also as a good friend of Alucard, I know that he is all about the troll. He's all about the super troll, and so I just kind of want to. This one time, I want to see it backfire on him, but we'll see. But he's still deciding to check the Dark Death Mountain chests before going to T-Rock, and I mean it's not a bad choice. He's already there, getting a from Fat Fairy. Tempered Sword, but that's because these swords change to prevent a downgrade.
Here we go. Oh, it's Ether.
Wow. All right, Alucard, I'm sure is relieved, very, very relieved that he has been in go mode. So, man, that is good news bears for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have go mode finally established. All right. So Alucard's just gonna go through here, try and find the big key, try and go through whatever he can find here, because he doesn't need anything else.
I mean, there are still a couple of gambles that he still can make within the dungeons. You know, if he gets a big key early, he might decide to skip the big chest, which could have a small key in it. And if it does, he might end up getting screwed and having to go back for that in T-Rock.
Having to go back,
also,
right.
you know, the gamble he can take, is he going to do east or west Ganon's tower first? Where does he think that big key is going to be?
Exactly, that's true. Right now, Alucard has 6 crystals. He's on his way to his 7th. Trisscorp has 3 crystals. So right now, he's 3 dungeons behind. But more importantly, he's actually 4 dungeons behind because Trisscorp, I don't think, realized this yet. He's going to have to go ahead and actually complete the Eastern Palace because Eastern Palace has the green pendant, which you can hand off to Sarazrella for the Cane of Samaria. So in a sense, Trisscorp is 4 dungeons behind, but he probably, you know, according to us, it only looks like 3.
Oh man, that's right. I totally forgot about that. That's a good point to bring up there.
Alucard using the cape strats to get through the spike rollers there instead of using hookshot strats. Perfectly fine. He's got half magic. Oh, yeah, he got the refill right there, so he was fine to go ahead and use that. No problem at all. All right, and now we've got Chain Chomps. Oof, everyone's least favorite enemy. Oh my gosh. Oh,
and without the mail upgrade, that's looking bad for Alu. Gonna use his red potion there. But yeah, if this room goes wrong, it can go.
Wait, he's using the red. He's using the red potion. Oh no, he could have taken another hit. You got to use the maximum use out of that potion, right?
No.
Got to get maximum use.
The Chain Chomps do 4. He only had like 3.5 hearts or 2.5. The Chomps do 4.
You know, yeah.
They
do 4. Yeah, they do 4 damage. Oof, that is nuts.
Dead. So in that scenario, he did get the maximum value. So
yeah, exactly.
Maybe
one more hit. Yeah.
You know, if you were to frame perfectly use a potion as you took your last hit of damage, that would work out.
That'd be tricky. That'd be very tricky to pull off. And you don't want to have, you know, a Death in Turtle Rock relying on a frame perfect strat. Oof, do not like that at all.
I mean, but I don't even know how the game handles that. I don't even know if that would work or not. It's just something that popped into my head. But Alucard did get the big key before having to go through that door after the pokey with the key, so he knows he has his 1 key that he needs, so he knows he can just go straight to the latter half of T-Rock, just go right to
Trinex and get it over with.
Grab his last crystal.
Yep. Trisscorp trying to use silver arrow strats against the Lemilus here. He's missed a couple arrows here, kind of a shame, but he's going through. He's finishing it up pretty good. Couple whacks with a tempered sword, and Lemilus is dead, netting him the mirror shield and his 4th crystal.
I need to correct myself. So he did skip the big chest, which he potentially does need to do. He is relying on one of those 4 chests in the last half of the dungeon having a small key. If it doesn't, then he is going to need to go back and get the big chest.
Gotcha. Oh, he needs an extra key. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so he's gonna go through, do the laser chests here. Yep.
And there's the red shield.
Looks kind of gold from here. What do you mean red shield? No, it's a magic. Yep, absolutely.
This is not looking good. I think this... what's it gonna be?
It's got 1 shot.
Okay. He's good. His gambles are... The amount of gambles that have been paying off for Alucard, every single one that he's been making...
Whew, this is nuts. I can't believe this.
If he ends up deciding to go Eastern Gin's Tower and having the big Kibi over there, that'll just blow my mind.
Ooh, Alucard using the powder to go ahead and replenish his health right before he goes in against Trinex here. Not a bad strategy at all. Just make sure you have, as full health as you can get coming in. Chat wants to go to Vegas with Alucard. All of his gambles paying off. Exactly. Alucard in the Trinex fight goes ahead and has to reuse the Ice Rod a little bit, but perfectly fine, gets a couple hits in, and now he's off to the last part of Trinex here, and he's going to get chased by a giant turtle.
Well, that first run was actually the most efficient, as it can be with Tempered Sword. You do need to use each rod twice, and Trisscorp does now check King's Tomb, grabbing the Titan's Mitts. I assume he's going to head back on over because he knows Ether is off to the left there, so I assume he's going to go get that. Is he fluting? Oh, what's he doing? He's missing out on Ether. Maybe he's assuming he doesn't need it. If you know it's there, if you know that it's there and you're right there and you don't know what the medallion requirements are, there's really no reason to not pick it up. So that's...
Exactly.
Ooh.
That's going to be a miss right there. Oof. Ouch.
He's going to be he's checking the Dark Death Mountain chests, and when he's up here, I can only assume he's going to check the T-Rock medallion requirement, and he's going to see that it's Ether, and I'm sure he's going to be mad because he's
oh man.
But Alucard,
he's going to realize what he's done. It's going to be it's going to be awful.
Entering in G Tower now. Get your guesses in for the chests. Which chest is going to have the big key in it? The number of chests will be counted in the order in which Alucard picks them up. So go ahead and make those guesses right now.
What's your guess, Alucard? What's your guess before we actually get in here?
I always like to guess the... And I've already seen him start to open chests, so I can't. My guess would be invalid at this point.
Gotcha.
So I can't really. It's too late for me. But
I always guess 3, which is almost always the bonk item on the lamp. And of course, I was wrong. But that's what I always guess. So I guess I'll keep with that, even though I knew. I saw a couple things as well. Everyone's guessing Bob. We've got number 2, 7, 16, 18. Here we've got number 4. No.
Ooh,
number 5. Number 5.
Does he have a key? He's got 2 keys. All right, so he's continuing to check these chests. Alucard, what are you doing?
What is he checking chests for?
I don't know.
He might be trying to find armor. You think?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. He's got cape and cane. I mean, personally, I think he's fine. He might not think he's fine, but from what I know of him, I know he's fine. He has the skill to continue on without a.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's also possible he might be looking for I mean, it doesn't hurt to check those extra 2 chests, but even better if one of them was the golden sword, was the butter sword, then it just makes the Ganon fight that much quicker.
That's true as well. Yeah. All right, Trisscorp now leaving Death Mountain. He did see the medallion requirement, but I guess he's going to Meyer now. He's going to check the Meyer pendant.
Yeah, he's going to check Meyer, and he's going to be able to complete it. No, he doesn't have Kane. He doesn't have Kane yet. He hasn't got... Oh, man. Oh.
Do Eastern.
Yeah.
Right, so
I think what's happening is Trisscorp is looking everywhere for the Cane of Samaria, and he's basically not going to be able to find it, and eventually he's going to come to the fact that, oh yeah, I'm going to have to do the Eastern Palace for that green pendant. That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Pretty solid gauntlet here for Alucard so far. Not really any major hang-ups. His RNG on enemy movement has been pretty good as well, pretty favorable. And in he goes to fight Landmo 2. Let's see if he can get a nice one round going on here.
Oh, there we go. He's going to go and... Ooh, he's going to catch a fairy. That's some.
And now
defense right there.
that's actually interesting. Now you saw both of the two Landmos spawned at the same time.
Wow.
From the longer you take in the room before the Landmo 2, the more Landmos will actually spawn at the same time. They will stagger though if you just dash right through that room. So he actually did end up doing a nice 2-round there, regardless of that fact. So well done here. Trisscorp heading off to grab Ether now.
Yep.
Because he knows he needs that.
Yep. He's gonna go down the laser room real quick. Just dash right through. Gonna make good use of the Kana Samaria here, just defeating some Wizrobes there.
Yeah, those Kana Samaria strats on those 2 Wizrobe rooms are super simple to learn and get down, but they're just so cool.
Yeah, just using the one move to kill 3 enemies at once. Oh, it looks great when you pull it off. It's amazingly well done. Trisscorp is going to use the cape and get through the bumper cave here, and he's going to finally have Ether.
Yes, the racers are in a race channel that does start them simultaneously and it has the official time for the race. The time you see on the timers, whenever the players happen to stop those, it's not going to be their official finish time. Their official finish time will be what the race bot keeps track of. And when one player finishes, the other player will see that player has finished. And
Alucard getting all the fairies here. Ooh, very nice.
Prepared. He's got some fairies. He's got some potions. He is prepared to not die on Ganon there. Taking out Moldorm 2. Is he going to check this chest?
Is the run validated?
As Trisscorp enters. Oh, please.
Oh, he checks it. Okay, it's a good run. Good run. Good run so far. Good run.
Good run so far. That's just setting up for a commentator's curse right there, if I've ever heard it.
I think that's the point, right? We always try to do that. Good run so far. No. I mean, to be honest, let's see here. Trisscorp has 4. Ooh, triple! Ooh.
Favorable pattern either, and he managed to get 3 hits in there. Well done. Whenever the real Aghanim appears in the corner, that's always really tricky to hit all the shots. But it was only 2.
Wait,
2 of the shots. Yeah, 2 of the.
I know.
If you hit 2 shots too close together, it counts them as 1. So he must have
only counts as 1. Oh.
And now he's just getting
That's
destroyed.
A shame. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Oh. Did I speak too soon? Oh god, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, Professor Chuckles, please. You did curse it. You cursed it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh man, but he does clean it up. He takes Aghanim down. Moving on into Ganon now. It's looking like it's going to be around a low 140, high 145 to low 146.
Yeah, that looks about right. 145 or so, yeah. But either way, that's assuming, yeah, no, he'll be fine with this. He's going to get through. He's going to go ahead and shoot Ganon up with some arrows. And let's see what we have here. Gets the first off. A delicious whole-grade breakfast. Of course.
A nice bomb jump there for Trisscorp. Chuckles is commentating pretty well so far.
Yeah, so far. Oh, man. Here, how about this? I'm just going to randomly disconnect my mic for the last 30 seconds of Alucard's run. How about that? I'll just do that, and we'll see how it goes.
But Alucard making it through.
Alucard getting some quick hits in. Go ahead.
He's used the cape to make it a little bit more safe there for him, and now he's just going to finish it out. Let's see if he can get any doubles or even possibly a triple hit off with the silver arrows.
Yeah, we always love to see those double silver arrow hits. It just makes them so much faster and whatnot. I have not seen a triple hit actually.
Ganon's in a pretty good position for one right there, and again right now. Although he's not, you have to hit him from the side.
Right.
But looking like he's just going for the safe, just one hit at a time here. But there he goes. And oh no, never mind.
Oh, what are you
Steve on the
doing?
left, arrow whiffed and then tinked. Oh man. And there
What are you
it
doing?
is.
Oh,
Alright.
there we go. Okay. Whew. All right.
GG to Alucard. Let's get some clappers in the chat there.
Oh,
Congratulations.
man. Cool. Very nicely done.
Very, very well done.
Very nicely. And Alucard is going to get a done time of 1:45:20.
Yeah.
1:45:20. Very nice run by him. Got very good with the gambles in there. Very surprised by that.
We're gonna see if we can't get him in here. Oh, it looks like here he
there
is,
we go.
the gambling man himself, Alucard2004. Congratulations, sir. We want to hear about how you're feeling about all of those gambles you took and how every single one of them paid off.
Yeah, that was
so nuts. I didn't expect any of that to happen, but I went for dreams, and dreams came true. That's for sure.
Well, it all started with both of you pretty much checked in the beginning. Both of you checked everything in the light world, and then all that was left was farm for Zora or go through Aghanim. And Trisscorp decided to farm for Zora while you went through Aghanim. So that's kind of where it started, and then just kept escalating from there. And just continued to pay off. You went into Pod much earlier than he did, so you had boots for a good like maybe 20 minutes before he finally did. And that
really?
Oh, at least.
Because it was a required 2 visit, you know, because of that, because you needed boots
to
go back and get So that was not huge, but that was another gamble that you did that paid off. You know, obviously Sahasrara, a green pendant.
Oh my god.
Oh
that
my
was,
god, dude.
That was the big one.
I was so torn of if I wanted to go there, and I was just like, you know, we're here. My philosophy is like, if you're there, let's just knock it out of the way. And I like fun gambles too. It's all about the gambles.
Well, you took a lot. Yeah, you took a lot of gambles with that. I was really surprised. What do you think about taking the gamble to just go once you had the 2 pendants and you didn't know what Misery Mire was, you didn't know what Turtle Rock was? What were your processes? Just did you want to go search for Quake? Did you want to just go for it? What were you thinking at that time?
Well, without knowing those 2 things, I mean, I can check Misery Mire pretty quickly, but T-Rock takes a little while to get there, and obviously I hadn't checked like the Dark World items in Death Mountain, so I was thinking maybe I should go for a trip over there, but I wasn't really sure, so I was like, alright, well, I have all the items at this point, maybe let's just check the few that I'm near. Like, let's do Thieves Town, let's knock out this whole Dwarven Smith's Pass, let's just do all that, and then let's go to Mire. Like, that was my thought process. I was like, let's just finish up this stuff, and then I won't have to worry about it later, like, have some peace of mind.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
And then I just checked a few items along the way. Like, that was pretty much what I did. I just checked the few items that I could along the way.
I was saying is that, like, you know, typically, you know, it's my playstyle would be just go to Mire, check it, you know, so you can know whether or not if you're in more go mode or not. But then again, having all those items checked is just get them out of the way, have that peace of mind. And also, when you were going through Eastern for the green pendant, I was like, okay, this is totally Alucard's MO. Like, this is like exactly something that he would do to live this dream. And then when it actually paid off, just made it absolutely incredible. Just bonkers hilarious. It was
the value.
Exactly. Oh man, that was nuts. Exactly. One of the things that the chat was saying is they, I forget who it was, but they coined the term Schrodinger go mode. So basically, you don't know if you're in go mode or not.
Yeah,
because of the pendants.
It was definitely a weird situation, and like also not having gloves or mitts for the longest time was a super
for
weird.
An hour.
I know it was.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
That was
Trisscorp was. Yeah, Trisscorp found the Power Glove, I want to say 30 or 40 minutes in, and then you found the Titan bits, like, late, yeah.
Yeah, so he went into Thieves Town pretty much right as soon as he entered the Dark World. He just went into Thieves Town and then got the Power Glove pretty early on, and then so he had that for a long time over you, but you had the boots a long time over him, which was
absolutely required. Yeah, I mean, hammer in the library at the very least.
Well,
but then also for mitts.
Yes, but more to the point of it, it's just allowing you to go a lot faster.
Sure.
Having the gloves for you didn't allow you to do some dungeons. Him and not having the boots for him didn't allow him to do some dungeons, but he was able to do some that you couldn't, and you could do some that he couldn't because he had mitts, etc., etc. So like, it still was progressing both of you.
I was starting to get worried when I was thinking about like the gloves mitt situation, because like all of the dungeons that had pendants did not require them.
Exactly.
So I was really thinking to myself, all right, at some point we better check the Master Sword pedestal, but
just because, exactly, right.
Like, I basically found it along the way. Like, I was gonna check it like soon after getting into Village of Outcasts. Like, I was gonna do Thieves Town and then I was gonna check it, but I mean, I found it along the way.
It did end up being Couch Cash.
It did. I saw that in the end screen.
Yep. Just one thing, actually you probably already saw this too, but did you see what a Zora's item was? And you never actually went to go get that.
Yeah, that was my logic, is like, I don't want to go here until I have the money to, but you can see me going out of my way, like in Eastern, to like farm the rupee room, because it was always at the back of my mind. I'm like, oh my god, are gloves or mitts here? Is he like super far ahead of me right now?
Right.
Quickly, everybody, get your bonk count in for Alu.
Oh yeah, I gotta get those in.
Come up pretty soon here.
Now remember, they didn't have the gloves for. They didn't have the boots for quite a while though. So.
Well, Alu did have it earlier than Trisscorp.
Alu did have it. That's true. That's true.
Much earlier.
Lots of guesses here.
What was the first place Alu went in Dark World? Got those boots real early.
Ooh, do we have any winners? I can say that we have at least one winner.
Oh man.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna guess 24.
I'm gonna guess 25, just to piss Anaconda off. 25, because no, I'm joking. I'm gonna guess 33.
Oh, okay. Looking like 21.
All right, not too bad.
Let's see. Okay, so I see Steel G in there with 21.
Yep, I got Steel G. Got a Chembass probably. Got Number Play with
Chembase. Yeah. Oh, Number Play. Although at this point, I think they've already seen it. So you're cheaters.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I know. Oh.
Sub 4 in the item menu, not bad. Overall, very good game. Very, very entertaining to see all of the gambles paying off for you. And even though it was still like not the fastest seed, the amount of risks, the risk and the bisque.
You got to risk for the bisque. That's what we say.
Go get yourself a nice bowl of lobster bisque. You have earned it.
There you go.
Don't mind if I do.
Exactly.
Looks like Trisscorp is
very
on
nice
his way.
Very nicely done.
Oh, thank you. Looks like Trisscorp is on his way to get the Samaria, so...
Yep. I think he's just realizing he's going to go ahead and get the green pendant, and he's going to be kicking himself once he goes ahead and gets that.
Oh, man.
Whew, that was nuts. One last question, Alucard. Well, from me at least. What were your thoughts on getting the extra? You had already gotten the big key in Ganon's Tower, and then you went ahead and searched like a couple extra chests right there. Were you looking for like extra armor or just something?
More or less just mails. We were without mails for a while, and I was getting a little concerned.
Shields.
I mean, yeah. Well, we got Mirror Shield eventually, but.
Right.
Like, armor...
that was a Desert Palace, I think?
Yeah, Desert Palace Landmo drop was Mirror Shield. So that was nice, because especially for Turtle Rock.
Yep.
But, like, I don't have the best execution, especially in Turtle Rock. So I like to get a few extra hearts. I like to be safe as much as possible. You can see me use the cape a lot. So you know that kind of.
Yeah, we saw you in Turtle Rock with the chain chomps. Yeah, not.
Oh my god.
Kind of scary right there.
It was super scary.
Yeah, so it is worth noting though that Trisscorp, although he knows it, he's in go mode now because he did go see that T-Rock is the Ether medallion, so he knows he's good to go. You can just fly on through and finish out this race.
Well, he one-upped me there.
Alucard, Chad is wanting me to remind you, your timer's still going. I don't know if you care about that at all.
Oh, whoops. I mostly focus on the SRL time.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, I know.
I forgot.
Exactly.
I guess I have a 155 or whatever now.
Rip.
155 or whatever. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so if you guys liked what you saw, definitely follow these runners.
Oh, absolutely. Please follow the runners. They are amazing at what they do.
Yeah, their channels are going to be listed there in the chat. Alucard has one remaining race in his group that is scheduled for next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. Last match for me, at least. I know there's I think a couple more matches. It's versus Weapon. And but that's not all for Alucard's group. There are a couple more matches that need to be played in that group. Dark Magician, he's got one remaining match. Trisscorp's got one remaining match. Or matches. Couple more matches if you're interested in the outcome of this group. But at this point, though, it's looking like you are going to be moving on, though, into single elimination, regardless of how your next match goes. Yeah, it's a bit of a relief. I was a little worried because there's some strong players here, but I made some gambles and they kind of paid off, I guess.
Your gambles keep paying off. It's a little ridiculous, to be honest, but very good job on this. Yeah, so you're 3-0. How does that feel right now?
Pretty good. I'm excited for the bracket stage. I like the best of 3 format that they have. I'm really excited for that. It should be really like an awesome experience, especially if you get a bunch of 1-on-1 games.
Oh yeah, I was excited for that as well. I'm also excited to hopefully we can meet head to head in
Wild throwing down.
So I believe the seeding for single eliminations is going to be determined by the average of your races.
Yes.
So
I think I have gotten around this time for like all of my races so far. So it's pretty much this time, like 140 something.
We might miss each other then. As my races were not as good. I think my average was like a 150. Though I did also have one fewer race.
Well, you just need to get free seeds like this, where you know Sahasrara has red cane.
Yes, free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude.
And Moon Pearl at Pyramid free.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy place for mitts too. I was surprised to find mitts.
There were a lot of crazy places for a lot of different items. Throughout the early, you kept getting good items, kept getting a lot of stuff. The flute was really early, but then once you found all those, it was like, okay, what do I do next? And there was no other items to actually progress how to get to the Dark World.
Exactly.
Alright, so Trisscorp finishing up Misery Mire, finishing up Vitreous. He's going to go ahead and... he's getting smacked around by boulders a bit, but he's going to go ahead and head to Turtle Rock, and he's going to go ahead and finish that up. Able to get the speedrunning strat here, which is nice.
So, I do see some people talking about trackers in the chat. A good buddy of mine, Cross Product, has put a lot of work into a tracker that actually there was a new version just released pretty recently. There is a download link on his Twitch page, twitch.tv/crossproduct.
Yeah, I approve. That's what I use, actually. I use a little bit older version of his tracker, but I definitely...
There is a download link.
And I know, like, the one you see on the screen is Zarby's. He has a great one, too. I think Futon has one out there as well. So,
and with cross products...
There's a wealth of different options at your disposal, and it's just great that like the communities has tools that can help you get through the randomizer if you're trying it for the first time, or if you want to try to up your game and use a tracker to help you figure out the locations of items.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Or not Alucard. With Cross Products Tracker, he's got two versions of it. One of them is just the tracker. The other one also includes a map that goes through the logic for you and tells you with which items you have what becomes available, what is unlocked, what you can access, and what you can't. So if you're just looking to get into the randomizer, but you're a little bit overwhelmed feeling or anxious about, how am I going to know where to go, what I can get, that would definitely be a good thing for you to have at your disposal. But we are seeing Trisscorp just moseying his way on through. Find these double keys up here before he moves on. What'll be interesting to see is if he decides to check the big chest or not.
That's true, yeah.
Another gamble that Alucard took that did pay off for him.
Exactly, yep.
Really curious where the males were. They must have been buried in Ganon's Tower, or Skull Woods or something weird, because neither Trisscorp and I found them.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, you did manage to get through it. No deaths.
Yeah, I was getting pretty worried in T-Rock, but then I had like a really good gauntlet, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, you're really favorable movement patterns from the enemies in Gauntlet, and overall just looked really clean. Ooh, looking like Trisscorp not getting some good chomp RNG either. That one on the left just came right after him.
Ooh, going through the chain chomps, that's never a good thing. Uh-oh. Whew. Oh, close. Made it through, just there.
Yeah, I had to pop a red potion in there. That was scary.
Yeah, Anaconda was reminding me, they take off 4 hearts each, which usually we don't see, because, this is one of the rare seeds that I've seen where they actually, no one was able to pick up any mail, any armor whatsoever, so I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of races with a lot of red mail, honestly. Like, every time I tune in, guys are getting red mail.
Yeah. It seems like red mail and butter sword are very, very common in most seeds.
Yeah, and for this one to have a well, Tempered Sword wasn't early. I mean, it was Tower of Hera, so it took a little work to get there. But you had to get Tempered Sword was in Tower of Hera, and then no armor at all throughout. And then both of you picked up that gold shield a little bit later in Desert Palace. It was kind of surprising, where basically the only defense that y'all had was Cape with half magic for most of the race.
Oh, I was so happy to go to Hera, like that. To find Tempered in here, I should say. I was thinking to myself, this is like a really, really big gamble right now, because it could have just had, the small key on the first floor, and I didn't have a fire source. But I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. We're still missing Moon Pearl, and then I found Tempered, and I was like, all right, this made it worth it.
Ooh, Trisscorp unable to get the bomb there.
Though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But so I see those of you asking, are there more races going on today? If you type in ! A link to the past, you can see the schedule, but I can go ahead and let you guys know that as the schedule says, 8 minutes ago on Speed Gaming channel, not Speed Gaming 2, on the other channel, there was a match that has just started between Andres and Nox, and then there are 2 more races tonight. Be S Diesel versus Raikou Raider, also happening on Speed Gaming at 8:30 Eastern, and then after that, at 10 p.m. Eastern is going to be Xylo7 versus Zarnax42 on this channel, Speed Gaming 2. So you've got an additional 3 races tonight, and you've got one that's just begun as well on the other Speed Gaming channel. If you're not following this channel or the Speed Gaming channel or Speedruns Live, which is also where some of these matches get restreamed to, make sure you're following all of those channels for all of your Link to the Past Randomizer Speed Gaming needs. So we did see Trisscorp skip the big chest, so he is going to be having to see where these keys are. It's looking like he's going to take the door here, just in case he dies. He will respawn.
Well, that's going to be good, because the key was in the last chest, so hopefully...
Yep.
Yeah, to the point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
he might actually end up checking this last chest first. It looks like he is, so that's going to save him some time. Already saving time over Alu.
Dang.
And there's plenty of anti-fairies and stuff around this dungeon, so grabbing that that next one there, up to 9 hearts before entering the Trenex fight. +1 from under this pot. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good here. Yeah, he's got a good number of hearts left. He should be fine. He's got, he's got full magic. He's going to be fine going through here. So yeah, he'll be good.
Fine. You did it again.
Yeah, he should be. Oh my god. Oh.
So right before you went into Aghanim 2,
Oh man,
Alucard,
I am so sorry, Alucard. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh.
He was like, so Alucard's had a pretty good run so far. And
Oh god. Now I understand what happened. Now I understand.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It was going so well at the start, too.
I know.
No,
Be careful,
that's-
he's gotten hit by
pretty-
Trinex.
I think that's my worst boss, actually. Stacking him, too.
Well, what was unfortunate is that it looked like you got a triple on round 1, but it only counted as 2, because the 2 of them must have hit so close together and only counted as 2.
That's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And it was actually really well executed though on your part, because when the real Aghanim is in one of those bottom corners, it's extremely difficult to hit him with anything other than his own. Really good. Pistols down for Trisscorp. Now he is heading on over to Ganon's Tower to wrap this race up.
Yeah, and Trisscorp is actually going to be happy because he's not going to have to go searching too much for that big key. So it came up pretty early.
But let's just think about Trisscorp's track record here as far as gambles go. Good. So maybe he's going to decide to gamble for right side G Tower, and a lot of time down the drain that way. So we'll just have to see.
I mean, if he gets like Butter Sword or like a mail, it might be worth it.
It's true.
That's true. That's true.
It looks like he is deciding not to do that. So he will get this big key in due time.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go the standard route, so... And he goes ahead and picks up the heart. Yep, absolutely.
I'm sure everybody said Rip Bob, but at the same time, we didn't have to visit him, so...
I believe there were some Rip Bobs in the chat, if I recall.
There
correctly.
definitely were. There definitely were. Yep, I saw them. Yep.
Interesting, and Trisscorp is doing the same thing Alucard did, actually checking both those chests as well before mirroring. Really wants to find one of those males.
Absolutely,
I can't blame him.
Yeah, I was pretty much only looking for mail at that point. I was fine with tempered, no problem. But it would have been just nice. There's some... things do a lot of damage here at the end of the game.
Yeah, especially Ganon. I mean, that's 8 hearts right there.
Whew.
Interesting sword slashing strats to get those mimics in the right place. So Alu, I wanted to get your thoughts on. We talked a little bit about the best of 3 format for single elimination. I want to hear, because I know you have experience with doing multiple randomizers back to back, and so I want to hear your thoughts on that. So what do you think? What are some of the problems that can arise for doing potentially 3 randomizers back to back to back, or what are some benefits do you think that could come from that?
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely can confuse you if you are thinking about the other randomizer. Obviously, like if you're thinking, oh, I've checked this item and you haven't in your second game, you're gonna be in trouble. But I guess kind of the benefit of it is you can kind of mix up some strategy depending on, if you're behind or ahead or whatever, you can maybe make some gambles and go for some dreams that can pay off. Like, I think that's the interesting part of it, is like people might play differently depending on what their standing is against their opponent.
Oh yeah, definitely, because they might say, I've got one game of buffer, like maybe I can make some gambles if they pay off, great. If not, then maybe I could play a little safer, or maybe vice versa. Will be interesting to see.
Or take some.
Go ahead.
Right, or you can take some extra risk. I mean, I know for one that if I was going to go against Alucard here, I would take every single possible gamble I could take, only because then I would know that I would be on the same track that Alucard is.
I don't always do this, but especially when there is a lot of outstanding items, then I do. But I do like to take at least one big gamble per race. It's just kind of like my style is I'd really like to explore certain areas of the game and just test out new strategies and things.
Gotcha. No, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, especially in this seed when there were a ton of items still left over before y'all were even doing other dungeons and so forth. There were a ton of items left over to basically progress and so forth.
Definitely, with all the time we spent in the light world, the dark world had so much to offer.
But yes, I going back to that single elimination best of 3 format, I am really interested to see players. We might see some players completely change up their playstyle because of the the little bit of buffer that they're going to end up having. With one game that they could actually that they could lose, of players, how that changes. Like if you're someone who's going up against somebody who's technically very, very proficient, are you going to take more risks to try and make that luck outweigh the tech?
Exactly. Yep. I mean, that's my angle too. I'm definitely not as strong as a lot of the NMG players out there. I got into Rando I got into Link to the Past for Rando. That's really...
Ooh, a triple there from... I believe that was actually a triple. Wow. Sorry to interrupt you there, Alucard.
No.
And then a double, so you should just need one more hit here on Aghanim 2. Good pattern there at the end. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we did get a triple on that first, so very nice, Aghanim 2.
That is how you play against Aghanim, everyone. Don't go back and watch me.
But you were saying that's kind of your angle, is that you're going to be banking more on, you know, taking those calculated risks, or maybe uncalculated risks?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, maybe uncalculated risks is the actual term, but I mean, I just don't have like the speed tech that a lot of the guys do in this tournament. All those NMG players out there have that knowledge base, and I got my start in Link to the Past in Randomizer, and that's kind of where I've stayed. I haven't really done NMG runs. I've just picked up a few speed tricks and things along the way, like, you know, bomb jumping and Ice Palace and things like that.
Some of the big
significantly save time, but, you know, small time saves add up to a lot in a 1.5 hour race or 2 hour race or whatever it is.
Right, yeah. Like you've put time into learning some of the big ones, you know, obviously like Ice Palace, bomb jump, and whatnot. Do you think you might start? Do you think you might try and...
Trisscorp with a very nice Ganon fight so far. He's doing really well. And...
he really is. He's doing a great job. But I'm not sure if that's really like something that I am necessarily going to spend a lot of time on. I just enjoy playing Randomizer, and like that's the great thing about like this community. There's like always someone to play Randomizer with. Like if you ever considered trying out the Randomizer, just play it and try it out. There are people that can like help you learn how to do it, and you know, not everyone is going to be top tier like you see a lot of the players in this tournament, or like can go as fast as the people in this tournament. It's just everybody starts really slow and works their way up, but that's kind of the fun of it, is just that exploration. Like it would actually be fun for me to like go back to where I started learning about Randomizer and experience that all again, because it's just so cool to like explore the Randomizer world.
Yep, and Trisscorp goes ahead and finishes off Ganon and gets an SRL time of 2 hours, 16 minutes, 57 seconds. So, nice job with that, Trisscorp. Very nicely done.
Yes, GG to him. Let's see some GGs and clappas in the chat for Trisscorp. And I did actually misspeak earlier. This was Trisscorp's final race in his group. He is now finished in his group. 2 and
2. Yep.
Yeah. So I guess for a 3-way tie in Group J.
A 3-way tie? Are you serious?
If Dark Magician loses his match against Weapon, if Weapon...
And then Weapon...
Weapon beats me, I think.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Weapon loses to Dark Magician, then there will be a 3-way tie between Dark Magician, Trisscorp, and Weapon.
That'd be pretty hype.
That would be pretty hype. And this is not the only group where there is that potential. There's quite a few other groups where there is potential for a 3-way tie. Interesting to see how that unfolds. If it does happen.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that would be interesting. So yeah.
Hello?
But we do have Trisscorp in here. Hey, welcome. GG on finishing that up, sir.
Hello. Hi.
How are you feeling about that race?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I go the wrong way every time. Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the randomizers giveth, and sometimes the randomizers taketh away. And in this time, this randomizer tooketh away your sanity, it seemed like.
I even went to the Swamp Palace chest.
Right. And off with, you know, basically the two of you in the very beginning of the game had checked everything that you could, and all your only two choices left were either farm for Zora or go to Aghanim, and you had chosen to farm for Zora, and Alucard chose to go to Aghanim, and that just kind of set the precedent for the rest of the race, unfortunately.
Well, it was mostly Palace of Darkness that did me in.
Right. Something, yeah, since it had the boots and it was a required, you know, 2-visit dungeon, you know, and it was something that you ended up checking pretty late, and not having the boots even for that whole time was hurting you for sure. But you know, there were a number of that were impressive to me, at least. You know, just having the knowledge of what you had in terms of like for efficient farming. I did not know that Blind's Hut was actually the most efficient place to farm without the mitts, and that would not have occurred to me had I known it, or the Power Glove. And so that was cool to see. So you definitely taught me some new things here watching you play. So that was kept it interesting as well. Yeah.
Well, I've done it several times. I get screwed every time I draw a seed for training. Sub 2 is impossible. I don't understand.
I'm sure it'll come at some point.
There were a lot of trolley item placements, especially with like gloves and mitts.
Oh yeah.
You know, Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, that was something we couldn't. That was something we couldn't believe while we were watching the seed. It was pretty nuts seeing that every single item was in, you know, just like the worst place possible. I mean, especially that the Eastern Palace. Like that was rough.
Yeah, I only had the pendant and the grave at the end, and I chose the grave, and they were both required.
Right. Wow.
Exactly.
Congrats to Alucard. You did a great job.
Thanks. I got lucky. I took a lot of big gambles, and I got lucky that they paid off. That's the only reason I had such a good time, is I gambled a lot.
I got destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
But it sounds like we were kind of neck and neck early on, so...
There were a couple points when you guys were literally frame for frame. You went into Eastern, like you were completely synced. The first time you guys both went into Eastern, completely synced up. And for the majority of the beginning, you were taking like exactly the same routing. And then once you got Flute, you diverged a little bit, but then you crisscrossed back to where the other person went, and then you met back up again at Eastern. So like the beginning, it was all very, very similar, and you guys were keeping pace with each other.
Yeah, I want to say like
pretty much for the whole entire first half hour.
I want to say like, yeah, at least the first 20 minutes were like almost in perfect sync, except for that crisscross with the Flute, and then it came back again for another like 10 minutes or so, and then the only real divergence happened when you both realized, okay, do I beat Aghanim or do I go for Zora? And that's where the real divergence happened right there.
Every time when I get to choose Zora or Aghanim, it's always the order and in the world.
I know, it's awful. It's awful.
Some
only because
all the luck.
Yeah, exactly. Because you actually, I think, possibly made like the statistically right decision in that case, only because Zora has 2 items available, and Aghanim only has the one on the pyramid if it's not the Moon Pearl, and this one just happened to be the Moon Pearl. I couldn't believe how that happened.
Everybody's your bonk counts, your bonk guesses in here coming up for Trisscorp in just a minute.
Oh, right, bonk counts, of course. $23. Wow. Both of you. Card what?
21, right? And then 23 for Trisscorp.
Yeah.
So, yeah, both of you guys said pretty low bonk counts. Nicely done. Alrighty. So that just about wraps it up here for us. Anybody have anything else to say, or we can just we can be to twitch.tv/speedgaming, where there is another race currently in progress, just started a couple minutes ago.
I just want to say thank you guys for commentating, and thanks to Feasel and everyone at Speed Gaming for hosting this. I know we scheduled this match kind of last minute, so I appreciate you guys coming in here and helping out.
Oh, absolutely, no problem.
Sure thing. It was commentate with you, Professor Chuckles.
Oh, absolutely, Anaconda. It was wonderful talking with you as well. This is actually really interesting. I'm starting to like this more and more, the whole commentating thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's really fun. It's good stuff. But again, GG to both of these runners. It's been posted a couple times in chat. Make sure to follow the runners, ! Runners. You can see their channels come up. But that is all for this channel for right now. Again, if you head on back over to twitch.tv/speedgaming, you could just in your browser delete that 2 at the end of the URL and hit enter, and you'll be right there. There's a match currently going on between Andres3456 and Nox. And there's another race following that, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern between S Diesel and Raikou Raider. And then back here on Speed Gaming 2 at 10 p.m. Eastern, you've got Xylo versus Zarnak. So you've got another 3 races going on tonight. And then another 10 or so that are scheduled, with more to be scheduled in the next coming days. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. My name is Wild Anaconda 69, and I will see you all next mission.
Everyone have a wonderful night. Keep playing Randomizer, guys. This is Professor Chuckles. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.